Hello, hello, happy holidays, and welcome to another Pop Candy podcast. I'm Whitney Matheson. I write the blog at popcandy.usatoday.com. This week I have some new music for you to hear, but I'm going to play several calls from the recent Pop Candy hotline that we did, which is where readers can call me up and I'll chat to them about whatever, music, TV, movies, jokes, anything that's on their minds. So let's start out with a reader named Tony, who is a big Van Halen fan and wanted just to talk about a show that he was about to see. Here he is.
I'm having actually a very Pop Candy-ish kind of weekend. I'm driving down to New Jersey to go see Van Halen.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. I have a friend who lives down there, and we're going to go check it out finally. Another thing I've been waiting for a long time for.
Oh, that'll be great. So have you ever seen Van Halen before?
It was my first concert to see on the 1984 tour with David Lee Roth.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I was 12 years old. My parents took me. It was really funny. Like, we made this all the kids in school had made this plan. Oh, yeah, we're going to go. It's going to be, your mom's letting you go. Great. My mom's letting me go. Then nobody was allowed to go unless a parent went. So my parents stepped up and brought us.
Oh, that's cool. So it was a good show?
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah, it was great. I mean, as far as I remember it was a long time ago, but yeah, it was fun. I'm looking forward to seeing him again. I've definitely been a David Lee Roth kind of guy. Never really got into the Sammy Hagar stuff. So
that'll be interesting to compare.
Yeah, I think it'll be a blast. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then while I'm down in New York, I was going to check out that Joe Strummer documentary.
Oh yeah, it's really good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, you said that. That's awesome. It's like a mini Us festival. I was saying it's going to be like in the festival they did in 1983, Van Halen and the Clash.
What did you get yourself into this time, Josephine? Did you look my way, catch my eye, mistake me for another guy? Did you say that it could never be? Did you have to be talking to me now, Josephine? Now, Josephine. What did you get yourself into this time, Josephine? Did you say yes when you meant no? Did you say stay when you meant go? Did you say that it could never be? And did you have to be talking to me now, Josephine? Now, Josephine. Josephine, I've watched you for a long, long time. Josephine, why can't I make you mine? Josephine, if we were never meant to be, let me down easily. What did you get yourself into this time, Josephine? Did you say yes when you meant no? Did you say stay when you meant go? Did you say that it could never be? And did you have to be talking to me now, Josephine? Now, Josephine. Did you have to be talking to me? Did you have to be talking to me? Now did you have to be talking to me? Now, Josephine. Did you have to be talking to me? Now, Josephine. Did you have to be talking to me? Now, Josephine. Did you have to be talking to me? Did you have to be talking to me? Now, Josephine. Did you have to be talking to me? Now, Josephine. Did you have to be talking to me? Now, Josephine. Did you have to be talking
That awesome song you just heard was from the Flesh Tones, and it was called This Time Josephine. It's off of their upcoming album, Take a Good Look. Comes out January 22nd. These guys have been together for 30 years, and they're still cranking out great stuff. Next year, there's going to be a documentary about them. There's going to be a tribute album about them, and a biography was actually just released about the band. It's called Sweat, the story of the Flesh Tones. So you should definitely check them out if you're not already a big fan, and you can hear more stuff at myspace.com/fleshtones. I highly recommend it. Okay, so if you read the blog, and I hope you do, you may be familiar with a frequent commenter named Big Business. He's often in the forum, and he also leaves comments on my posts most days, actually. He is from Cleveland, but I've seen him at meetups in Chicago and in Scranton when I was there for the office convention. And he called the hotline recently to ask me about a Comedians of Comedy show that I went to. And I don't know. There's a story behind it, and I hadn't planned on really telling anybody about it, but I told him, and now I'm putting it in this podcast. And there's actually like a good, fun, afterword to the story. So here it is. Big Business on the phone. Hi, this is Whitney. Who's this?
This is Big Business from Cleveland, Ohio.
No way.
It is. It's the real deal.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Have you recovered from the office convention?
I have. It took me about 2 days, though.
Yeah, it took me a while. I don't even know if I've recovered, actually. I went to the Comedians of Comedy the next night, on Monday night.
That's the reason I called. I was going to ask you how the show was.
Well...
But, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, well, I shouldn't even... I have not revealed this story until now. Maybe I should not tell the story, but I went, and it was all, I thought Maria Bamford was awesome. Was she at the show you went to?
Yeah, we're going Sunday.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought she was really great, and first, okay, before that, I went and had and I hadn't slept in weeks, and I had been working constantly. So
right.
That's the preface. And I went and had a bacon cheeseburger, and it was all good. And then, saw Marie Bamford, and then saw Eugene Merman went on, and I love him, and he was great. And then saw Brian Posehn, he was great. And I was so pumped because obviously Patton Oswalt is my favorite. And he came on, and 5 minutes into his set, I started to black out. And
oh, my God.
I turned to my husband, and I was like, I need some water. And he went and got me water. And then I was like, wait, no. I said, we have to go. I'm going to faint. I'm going to pass out right now. And so I had to leave. I had to leave at the very beginning of his set because I was so exhausted, and I think my body just completely shut down, and I was and maybe a little claustrophobic because it was sold out and crazy packed in there, but I was gonna pass out, and so I had to be he had to lead me out of the club. And
so this story is definitely making the podcast. Yes, I got another one. Yes,
I don't know.
You gotta post. This is a great story. People are gonna love this.
So, I haven't even told my mother this story because I know she's going to be like, wait.
You know why? Because everybody thinks your job's so easy, and then see now people will know that this takes a lot of time and effort.
I'm glad my grandmother doesn't listen to this podcast.
You're like Led Zeppelin, you're on the road and passing out, and
from the office convention. But so he had to lead me out, and he was totally
I hate to laugh at that, but I mean, gosh, I can't believe it.
It is silly, and of course he has no idea what's going on. He's like, "What? You're gonna pass out?" So he was freaked out and flailing his arms, hailing a cab. So I was just, I was so pissed that I missed Patton Oswalt, but I did.
Was Doug Benson there?
No, it was just the four of them.
Okay, because the Cleveland show, Doug Benson's going to be there instead of I think the second person you mentioned is not going to be there.
Oh, Eugene Merman?
Yeah, he's not listed on the thing that I have.
Yeah, but it was good up to the part where I blacked out.
Usually that's the worst part. There was, what was it? Now, was your show like the show that I'm going to see is at like a small rock club? Is that where they were at, or?
Oh yeah, they were at a place called the Black Cat, where all like indie bands play. So
I've been in Washington before. I'm familiar with that club. It's supposed to be a really sweet club.
Yeah, so it was sold out, and there were people outside trying to get tickets. And in retrospect, I should have sold mine, but yeah, it was totally packed, and it was full of like college kids in there, and so they had a good crowd. So, yeah, I almost passed out at the Comedians of Comedy show in D.C., and now my mother is hearing about this for the first time. But there's a funny epilogue to this story. After we spoke, maybe a week afterward in the mail, I received a get well card at work, and I opened it, and lo and behold, it says inside something like, get well soon, Patton Oswalt. And what happened is, big business after the show he went backstage, told Patton Oswalt the whole story about how I was feeling bad and didn't get to see his set, and how I was so sad about that, and had a card with him, I guess, and got Patton to sign it and sent it to me. So that was so sweet, and I am going to put a picture of that card on the blog, so go there to see it. And thank you so much to Big Business for doing that. That totally made my day. And thank you to Patton for doing that too. So anyway, that was very, very cool. And I'm feeling fine. I'm fine. Don't worry about that. Okay, thanks. Anyway, moving on, and speaking of concerts, we have Hugh, who actually submitted some Ryan Adams photos to me not long ago and called in to talk about that Ryan Adams show in Pittsburgh.
He was out in front of the stage before the show and tinkering about, but he didn't show any signs of his meltdown persona, so it was great.
That's awesome. Yeah, he played in D.C. this week, and I didn't go, but I have friends who went, and they said it was really good, and he played like 2 90-minute, like it was the longest show. I mean, well, he usually plays long shows, but
yeah, I know. Just
like 2 90-minute sets, and it was like unbelievably, coherent and good, and
Well, I think he's like fashioning them off the Dead shows.
Uh-huh.
Because he's such a big fan, and I was just calling to tell you that, like, I got to meet him afterwards. There were a bunch of us by the tour bus, and he was really nice. And about 2 years ago, when he came through Pittsburgh before, I brought him some artwork and, like, a portrait, little collage I did of him. But then I also brought him a Jerry Garcia tile, and it was a ceramic tile with Jerry's face on it, because I knew he was into the Dead. Anyway, I told him about it when I saw him on Monday, and he's like, oh, yeah, I still have that. You know where it is? I go, oh, yeah, where? He says whenever he walks into his house, he put it on a shelf, and there's 3 things on the shelf. There's the Jerry Garcia tile in the middle. There's an hourglass that a friend gave him on one side, and on the other side, it's the last bottle of wine he ever bought but never drank.
Oh.
So he's now clean and sober, and I'm like, oh, wow, that's great, man. He's like, oh, yeah. Next time I'll bring you something. So I'm like, oh, wow, that's great. So it was pretty cool to meet him, but it was even better just to hear the show.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was a really nice little talk with him.
That's really good. I've seen him a few times, and there have been some shows where, I don't know, there have been, just like, but that's...
putting on these bum shows and, storming off and yelling at the audience. Which, that's what you get.
Yeah.
When you take a gamble. But I just wanted to encourage you to come to Pittsburgh. Let's have a meet up at the Warhol,
I'm actually thinking about that.
Definitely.
And, I love Pittsburgh. I love the Warhol, and it's been a few years since I've been, so I need to come back. And then I had a call from Pop Candy reader Dennis S., and he remembered when I traveled to Boston and New York to cover the Democratic and Republican conventions. It's hard to believe that was 3 years ago.
I was just curious, this 2008 is going to be an election year, And I know back in 2004, you actually covered part of the DNC convention, which was kind of a little weird thing for you to do because I know you don't usually delve into politics. And so I was wondering if that was something they were going to put you on assignment again for.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do that again. I haven't asked.
Was it just because you were kind of like one of the first bloggers for them and they figured they needed some kind of young presence?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I was totally surprised when they asked me to do it, and at first I was really nervous about it because I'd never, covered anything like that before. But
serious and such, yeah.
They said that they just thought that I could maybe, offer some sort of interesting pop cultural take on it, and it ended up being like one of the most fun, interesting experiences. And we did a lot of video with that and stuff. So I really hope that I get to go back.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad you were thinking about it. I wasn't sure if maybe you were a little hesitant because that's out of your realm, but I thought, your write-ups on there were really great. I know they were really detailed, more so than even your normal Comic-Con convention stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there was so much stuff. Like once I got there, everything, I realized how much stuff there was and how many possibilities there were. And, there were so many angles that weren't really being covered by a lot of people because, other news organizations didn't really bring entertainment reporters to the political convention.
I thought your perspective was pretty cool. And, especially from someone who doesn't normally cover that stuff, you didn't do the same old subjects that everyone else would.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
So, yeah, I would love to go back. Cool. I hope that I do. So.
Well, I would totally support it because I really liked your write-up on that, so that was pretty neat.
Oh, well, thanks.
And speaking of which, I was just wondering, you teased about this beforehand, and I know you've entered those little writing contests and what have you, but are you ever planning on perhaps writing a novel or?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I fully intend to write a book in the near future, and I can't tell you whether it would be a novel or a work of nonfiction, but I'll definitely publish a book.
Cool, because I'm sure more people would love to read your writing. I mean, obviously you've got a nice style, so it's very easy to read, and so I know you have a lot of fans out there who probably have thoroughly read your Atomic Kitchen book. So,
which is really weird, but especially since I spent every day on the blog doing that short form writing. So I'm definitely looking to do something longer. So that's it for the phone calls this week, but I do have one more musical selection to play, and it's a very cool one. The band is from Brooklyn. They're called Salt and Samovar, and the performance actually comes from KCRW's Morning Becomes Eclectic program, which is hosted by Nick Harcourt, and you can hear it online every day if you want, and you should. The song they're going to play is called Swallowed a Pill, and you can listen to their whole live performance online. I'll link to that on the blog, and you can hear more of their stuff at myspace.com/saltandsamovar. So thank you so much for listening this week, and I'll be back next week with another podcast. You can read the blog every single day at popcandy.usatoday.com. I will see you next week. Bye.
Come
Oh, beautiful. You forced me to listen.